We come from the world of quiet money.
Yeah.
Women's money is quiet.
Yeah,
money.
don't be proud.
Yeah, don't be proud,
don't
but also
shout
our
it
money
out.
is quiet. So you always hear stories about, Jerry Wanene, that chick is rich. Hizo nyumba unaona Kangemi, hizo zote ni zake. So women money is quiet money. Hi, it's Caroline Mutoko. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for being here. If you have subscribed, tell your friends to do so. The three ladies joining me today is because you asked for this conversation. A couple of months ago, I sat down with three gentlemen and we had men and money. And everybody was like, what just happened? They said, when is women and money coming? And I was thinking, isn't women and money all the time? But it was important that we speak about money just as women, because number one, as women, we're not allowed to talk about it, want it, or spend it. No, we're not allowed to. So I want to ask you to introduce yourselves in the best way you know how. You've got to do the intro Mom will like. Yes, you are.
Yeah. Hi, I am Sharon Kitnganga. I am an economist and statistician. I also host a show on K24 called the Arena 254. Yeah.
Oh, you're Arena 254.
Yeah.
TV makes you a lot bigger.
Why everyone tells me that?
Madam.
I'm Gladys Wamaitha. I'm a mother of two girls, and I'm an advocate and accredited mediator.
Okay.
Wow.
And you?
I'm Shebanjagi, and I love working with people to inspire and empower them to live abundant lives in terms of their wealth, in terms of achieving their goals. I'm also the head of training and communications at Centonomy, and I have been looking forward to this conversation.
Women and money.
So when there was men and money, I just told Waidaka, we have to have one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's here.
And it's here.
I'm going to start this conversation by seeing whether I can get the two of you, because I think you're both under 30, to understand why this is a very powerful conversation. Wamaitha and I can remember a time when a woman could not open a bank account, could not access financial services, could not buy land, or anything for that matter.
Or own land.
Or own it.
It had to be her husband or a male relative.
Yes, or a male. Well, okay, I didn't even know that part. And the way I'm just running around buying land in Rongai. No, because I think when we were getting ready for this conversation, I said I am my grandmother's wildest dream. Because when I look at me and then I look at her, so I lost my last maternal grandmother, I lost my paternal grandmother in December. And on the 29th of December, as she was being laid to rest, when I heard her story, I said, on what planet is there me? When it comes to women and money, correct me. Making it, challenge. Owning it, saying niangu. Because there are a lot of people who still remind women, all the money in the world belongs to men. Spending it, and even daring to multiply it. Even wanting it. Women are not allowed to want money. You're not supposed to. What do you know that you tell your daughters about money?
Now you know I've got a changed mindset.
Of course.
Because of Centonomy.
Oh,
There's before Centonomy.
so tell me, BC,
after.
before Centonomy.
Yeah, let's talk about
With BC.
Yeah, because BC, right now, if I was to tell my kids about money, it would be a totally different ballgame.
When did you do Centonomy?
I did it in 2016.
So
But
tell me, what was Wamaitha's mindset BC, before Centonomy?
I would I would describe it like the movie Lion King. There was the king.
Yeah.
Mufasa. Somebody.
Who was the king. And he ruled the kingdom. There was his brother, Scar,
Yes.
who envied him
Yes.
because it seems he had it all made up. Then there were these two hyenas.
Those guys are very important. Shenzi and friend.
Yes. And every time Mufasa's name was mentioned, they would shudder. They'd say,
Yeah.
say it again, say it again. Mufasa.
Yes.
Mufasa. that's how I used to think about money.
No.
When money's mentioned,
You shudder.
I shudder because of lack of knowledge and understanding of all this issue of money, finances. It seems it's all, you're meant to have it but not have it.
Yes.
You're meant to manage it, but how do you manage it?
When you don't have it.
You don't have it. Even when you have it, you don't know how to manage it because there was lack of understanding and lack of knowledge. Because when you're growing up, you never had access to money. Like when I was growing up,
Really?
if you want to go somewhere, you ask your parents, you're given whatever
Yes.
you need. Let's say it was bus fare, you'd get the amount for the bus fare. If you're going to, let's say you're going to a movie, you'll be given the money for the ticket. But you never had your own money per se. That this is my money and I'm going to make a decision on how I'm going to spend it.
So you're an advocate.
Yes.
Product of University of Nairobi?
No. Outside.
So I was going to tell you she got boom. I was like, what do you mean you don't have your own money? So when's the first time you worked? I worked when I was 17. So I know what it is like to hold my own.
I worked during the school holidays because my mom used to work with, she was a sales manager with KCC. So she would travel many regions. And during the holidays, I would travel with her and help in the sales. That's when I experienced money. But it was
still Mufasa.
yeah, you have, and what do I do with this? So it was an issue of not saving per se, it was consuming. I get it, it's time to consume it. And then you have nothing.
Wow.
So you have money, you consume it. You know this consuming culture, I want a new dress, new shoes, what? And I'm good. And
So
when
even
I
before the
learnt-
gram, there was still pressure.
Yes.
I need to
Societal
know,
pressure.
I love the way she described money and she related it to Mufasa. That
Shudder.
I know. What is your experience before Centonomy?
Before Centonomy, for me, my experience has been it's possible to make more.
Okay.
And that's from my experience. So I like the question you asked her about how did you make money the very first time.
Yeah, the very first time.
And as she was talking about it, I just did a quick flashback and realized there's this time I studied far away where the votes got lost in an amazing school. And being far away, I remember one time, you remember pocket money? My mom and my dad, they gave me the pocket money. And I was so excited.
Yes.
Because trust me, Caroline, what I had in mind is how can I get more from this? And not necessarily from their pockets.
Okay.
And the first thing I did, we used to have a school canteen. And the first thing I did, I quickly went to the canteen. It used to be owned by one of our teachers, Mr. Mundi, and ordered a box of cartons, a carton of biscuits.
Biscuits. Yes.
Malted biscuits, I remember, malt biscuits.
Yes.
And I knew
You were selling
from
them.
these 330 shillings, I'll make double.
You are that chick.
I was a chick.
Your perception of money before Centonomy.
Before Centonomy, and I was telling you guys before, so I come from a very humble background. I grew up in Kangemi slums. So the thing about having money, where I come
What
from,
is that?
guys in the slum have a mentality that there are people who have the money and there are us who are not meant to have money.
Not
So
meant
it's
to have, yes.
Not meant to have
Yes.
money. So it's not even about it. Before I was even female, there was the fact that I came from
From
a
the slum. I was going to tell you it's double.
It's double.
So if you're from the slum, you're not meant to have money. So if you're female and from the slum, double.
Yeah, so before I found out I was female, which was way later, I was already struggling because I felt like what you get, it's not even about clothes. There was no such thing at clothes, shoes.
No.
I didn't know that until I turned 19, which was very recently. So it was hand to mouth.
Okay.
What's important is what you eat, and I'm a
Wow.
product. Yeah.
Mind blown.
So I'm a product of scholarships my whole life. So got scholarships and went to very prestigious schools. So not only am I from the slum, now I'm in academic schools that I went to Precious Bloody Ruta at Westlands Primary. So my parents first don't understand how this girl
Yes.
has gotten here, because obviously I was getting really good grades to get the scholarship. So add the fact that I'm from the slum, now I'm in between worlds, because my parents are still living in that
In the
mindset.
slum, yes.
And now I'm in a school that is giving me a mentality where, wait, if you work really hard at your education, you can get this. So the point where I have to explain to my parents that we can get money, and then I have to explain to my friends, hey, you can buy a packet of crisps, but I can't afford that. And a packet of crisps is like 30 shillings.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And I have siblings, so I can't ask my parents for 30 shillings to have crisps at break time, because that's what my friends have, because they are thinking about what are we going to have for dinner.
Yeah.
So the first time I got money, so I got a scholarship from an organization called Akili Dada, feminists,
Love it.
leadership
Akili
academy.
Dada did that themed campaign.
Yeah.
My grandmother's
Wildest dreams.
Yeah.
So what Akili Dada did was, so from Westlands Primary, I hadn't gotten the thing about being female. I was just another kid with a scholarship.
Yeah. By the way,
and
take
I'm
your
getting
minute.
my grades,
Yes.
So I get to Precious Blood, where majority of the kids are from really good families. So even during visiting days, you'll see Land Rovers and like one girl has shopping that could give my family
A
food
whole
for a whole
month.
month. And my parents come with like just
Chapos.
chapo,
Yes.
rice,
Yes.
and stew. And I'm so grateful, because that even at home I don't get that treatment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get angry at my parents, because like, why didn't you work hard enough? But then again, I'm like, wait, I'm not that person. So after
No,
Akili
that's a
Dada,
very important
yeah.
thing to say. You know, a lot of us don't realize that our children do wonder. Do wonder.
Yeah.
You don't vocalize it, but it's in your mind.
So I think that's when the light bulb hits, yeah? Because I'm like, wait, if these kids have this, how come I didn't have that? So that's the first time I realized there's something very wrong. And this is 2010, so I'm in Form 1. I'm 14, and I'm starting to see that the world doesn't really revolve the way it does in the slum. And Akili Dada teaches you to be this leader, this
Strong
femme
woman.
Yes.
fatale, yeah?
Yes.
And I'm like, wait, so after high school, I'm going to get an internship with you guys, and you're going to give me a salary? Mind blowing. I was like, how?
Watcha.
And now my parents are like, wait, so they not only paid your school fees,
But then
now
they're
they're going
gonna
to pay
give
you and
you-
you don't even have experience.
Actually,
so the
literally,
first
my mother, she was being paid to
Yeah.
go to school
Yeah.
to learn.
and
Opportunities.
then I'm
Oh
like,
my goodness.
so before Santonomy, I was like, what do I do with this money? And kids from the slum, the first thought is now I can buy everything I never had. The clothes, the
But I
shoes.
think that's all of us.
And I like what you said. So when you were going through that moment
Yeah.
in 2010, 2011, I was just about to graduate from university. And at that time, I had done a bit of internships where we'd been paid, you know,
Yes.
allowance, very important. I'd also I started doing part-time work. And my biggest question at that time was the same one. What do I do with it? Because I know we are supposed to find ways to multiply. I always used
Think about multiplying money when you find money. No.
imagine that was
You see, this is why we are very
Yeah.
clear. You guys
Yeah.
are sitting opposite
Yeah.
each other. No.
Ours was saving.
You
Just
were saved,
saving.
Yes.
Yeah.
The minute you got it, you started about
to save.
Worker.
No, not only did we save, we saved quietly. Yes.
And diligent.
Can I tell you, us, we didn't save quietly. Let me tell you, I used to be that kid
Yeah, your
back in
generation
the
has never
day.
done anything
Our
quietly.
generation, you remember those days, Jumbo Junior,
Yeah.
you save loudly. Because at the end of the year, you'll go for like a gala event, the Jumbo Junior Fun Day.
Allow me to pick it up from
And-
here.
Yeah.
So I used to work for a radio station that used to publicize that event that used to happen at Splash.
Yeah.
And of course, if a client is spending money on your radio station, you go and pay homage, you go and sit with them. I remember once sitting with the CEO of Cooperative Bank and asking him, why are you here all afternoon? He told me these are the most important customers in my bank. I asked him why. He says they don't complain, they don't withdraw.
No, we don't.
I have never, Moredi, I've never forgotten. I mean, he was like, what?
Yeah.
He sat there the whole Saturday while you guys came with your Ellie banks.
Yeah.
How much
Now-
was in your Ellie bank?
I remember one time we went to withdraw with my mom, and there were so many coins and some notes, because
notes, yes.
what was most important during my entire time is how much and how heavy that
How
pig,
Ellie bank was.
how heavy it was.
Yes.
So I remember one time going with her and counting. It was like 6,000 and something. And I'm like, what? And so the problem that time was not, when I was graduating, was not so much how do I get money, but how do I actually manage to get more without having to make a call and say, please send me some more.
Okay, those are your issues.
Yeah.
She was grappling with the fact that from the slum, finally I have money so I can buy everything I've never had.
Yeah.
Well, Maida here is still shaking at the thought of money.
Yeah.
Because
And you know, it's interesting how you talk about that jumbo.
Julia, yeah, it was
jumbo
called an Ellie
junior.
bank.
I didn't know that my mom had opened an account for me when I was young.
No.
It's only now when I started working, she said, let's go together. Let me take you somewhere. And that's when I knew that she had actually, I had an account which had money.
Yes.
Or she had never told me, I had never physically put
Done it.
money in any
it.
coin,
Yes.
in any piggy bank that I am saving. No, I didn't have that.
But we come from the world of quiet
Of-
money.
yeah.
Women's money is quiet
Yeah,
money.
Quiet.
don't be proud.
Yeah, don't be
Yeah,
proud,
don't
but also
shout it
our money
out.
is quiet. So you always hear stories about, you know, Jerry Wanene, that chick is rich. Hizo nyumba unaona kangemi, hizo zote ni zake. So women money is quiet money.
I can also, like, I come from a community where we have the customary marriage. So the last visit, when the ladies, the last visit which belongs to the ladies, I know that the women, the bride is taken to the kitchen and she's shown the itara.
Oh, really?
The itara.
I did not know you were shown the
You're
itara.
shown.
And they're shown the itara, and you're shown this is where you keep the money.
Okay.
So when you're given money by your husband for shopping and everything, you keep some. You save some in the itara for later or just in case.
Emergency.
It's called in case money.
Yeah,
case money.
emergency. What we call.
So the one thing I do know is that you're right. For women, for as long as we can remember, and this continues to be the truth in many parts of the world, money is scary. It's like saying Mufasa. Yes. Money is wow. In your case, like what are you saying? But for you, money is like a magician's box. It's like, how can I make more?
Yeah.
How can I make more?
Yeah.
We take a break, and when we come back, you're going to tell me why you went to Centonomy. Kwanza, you. Why? Because you're the one who created the term BC, before Centonomy.
Yeah.
Before Centonomy, why you went. And of course, finally, what you know today that every woman should know. I know this. You must pursue your money relentlessly, yours. Because also, let's tell you girls this. Ain't nothing as good as your chums.
It's true.
Chick. Yours.
Liberation.
Really.
Yes.
Yes.
And here we are.
No, it feels,
You're in control.
yeah, there's something about it.
The interesting thing when both of you talk is you feel that liberation, and it's important because you know where you come from in terms of the way you were saying it wasn't almost an option for your grandma. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
And for us, for me at least, I still appreciate that it is liberation, but I need to know the how, and I also need to have the guts to do the work.
Got you. Subscribe and come back. Share this video.